Let her in.
Will we let her in?
Yeah, I think so. Alright, right.
Enjoy.
I will indeed, thanks.
And please stand for the arrival of the bride.
This is it.
Lucky man. I am. Thank you.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you think that our bride Grainne is looking absolutely gorgeous, let me hear you clap and roar. And you think James is looking very dashing, let me hear you clap and roar. And are the bridesmaids Clara and Kelly gorgeous too?
Yeah.
And our lovely flower girl Ellie. And the page boy James. There are two lads looking over, don't forget us. There's the best man Paul and the groomsman Sean. They're looking very cute. So there you go. So good afternoon everybody. It's great to welcome you all here on behalf of Grainne and James to Bellingham Castle, a great venue for a wedding. And so I want to welcome you here on this really happy occasion as we celebrate the marriage of Grainne and James. And the couple were keen that their wedding ceremony would be one that would be appropriate for them, while being at the same time a personal and memorable experience for each and every one of you. And they wanted you all to feel part of this joyous occasion. And people have travelled here from all over the planet. Now I've been told specifically that I am to say Yiz, or is it Yins, from Pittsburgh. Yins. Where is Pittsburgh contingent? Hello, Pittsburgh. Hello, Yins. Okay, that means you all. Is that right? Very good. And we also have people from Washington, D.C. Where are you? Hello, Washington. And we have people from England. Who's come from England? England. And England, very good. And what about Wales? Very good. You're very welcome. And the southern capital, Cork? They're noisy. And what about Monaghan? They're a little bit more polite. And what about Armagh? I just want to check this. What about South Armagh?
Up the
So
roadies.
there are 2 counties, 33 counties in Ireland, all right. And County Louth.
Yay!
I suppose there's nobody here from Meath. All right, so, and if I haven't mentioned where you're from, you're very welcome. All right. Where did I mention? Kerry! The kingdom of! Who's from Kerry? Can't leave out Kerry. Anywhere else? Wrexham. We'll be at this all day. We'll just stop it.
On 32.
Now, serious moment. Draw some mind for those who couldn't be here and those who have died. And we think especially of Grainne's brother James. And Grainne's older brother Alan will now light a candle in memory of James. I didn't know anything about this, he said. Come on up here. Just come up this side, all right? And you're going to light that candle. So just... The surprises are great, aren't they? My name is Joe Armstrong, and I was thrilled to be asked by Grainne and James to conduct this Humanist wedding ceremony. Humanism encourages people to think for themselves and to care for people. It's about reason and compassion, and it's inclusive. So whether you're humanist or religious, or regardless of your worldview or your philosophy, whoever you are and wherever you've come from and whatever you believe in and whoever you love, you are all very welcome here today. We're all united in our common humanity and in our love for Grainne and James. And it's been a real pleasure working with you both as we put together your plans for this ceremony. They have chosen all of their readings and little rituals they're going to do and so forth. So the vows you'll exchange here today in the presence of your loved ones, your family and your friends, will show your love and your commitment now and for the future. And many of you here today have a special relationship with one or with both of them, and your presence here today adds particular significance to this ceremony. So I want, on behalf of Grainne and James, to thank you all for all of the decisions you've made just to be here in this room right now. Now, we're going to have lots of readings today, and Brenda is going to come up and read the first reading, and she's going to do a little rap dance on the way up. No, she's not. She's chickened out of it. That's okay. That's all right.
I carry your heart with me. I carry it in my heart. I am never without it. Anywhere I go, you go, my dear, and whatever is done by only me is your doing, my darling. I fear no fate, for you are my fate, my sweet. I want no world, for beautiful you are my world, my true. And it's you are whatever a moon has always meant, and whatever a sun will always sing is you. Here is the deepest secret nobody knows. Here is the root of the root, and the bud of the bud, and the sky of a tree called life, which grows higher than soul can hope or mind can hide. And this is the wonder that's keeping the stars apart. I carry your heart. I carry it in my heart.
Thanks very much, Brenda. And now Claire, Grainne's cousin, is going to read about the gravitational force of love by Albert Einstein.
Gravitation cannot be held responsible for people falling in love. How on earth can you explain in terms of chemistry and physics so important a biological phenomenon as first love? Put your hand on a stove for a minute and it seems like an hour. Sit with that special girl for an hour and it seems like a minute. That's relativity.
Thanks, Claire.
There's one thing left to do. Now that the wind has lifted, love has surely shifted my way. Marry me today and every day. Marry me, and if I get the nerve to say hello in this cafe, say you will. Say you will. Whoa. Together can never be close enough for me to feel like I am close enough to you. And you are white and I'll wear out the words I love you. And you're beautiful. Now that the wait is over, love has surely shown her my way. Marry me today and every day. Marry me, and if I ever get the nerve to say hello in this cafe, say you will. Say you will. Promise me you'll always be happy by my side. And I promise you I'll sing to you when all the music dies. And marry me today and every day. Marry me, and if I ever get the nerve to say hello in this cafe, say you will. Say you will. Oh, marry me.
At night, there was a feeling that we had come home, feeling no longer alone, waking in the night to find the other one there and not gone away. All other things were unreal. We slept when we were tired, and if we woke, the other one woke too, so one was not alone. Often a man wishes to be alone, and a woman wishes to be alone too, and if they love each other, they are jealous of that in each other. But I can truly say that we never felt that. We could feel alone when we were together, alone against the others. We were never lonely and never afraid when we were together.
Now, you have the great voice. I think it's lovely, the speaking voice is lovely. Now, so Grainne, are you enjoying yourself so far? Good. You've only gone through one tissue so far, that's good going. So your marriage is a celebration of your particular and personal love for one another. And it's obviously a big day in your lives and in the lives of your family and your friends. And so the gravitational force of love has clearly drawn you together, like we heard in that reading, and sustaining you. And it's kind of like the Earth and the Moon, you know. But a bit closer than that. That's 93 million miles away or something. Anyway, your marriage joins you because you trust the love that you have for one another. You know that you're equal. You accept each other as you are. And because of that, you'll each be able to grow and continue growing and fulfilling yourselves. And happy married love is the careful tending which gives warmth and comfort and contentment over a long time. And your marriage today is your public declaration made to your family and your friends that you have found such love and friendship and support in one another. And through your marriage today, you commit yourselves to each other for good. And I'm sure you don't need me to be telling you, but I'm going to tell you anyway. The only way to make a good marriage last and first is communication, talking and listening. And the number one rule is you never go to sleep on your anger. You sort it out before you hit the pillow. Recipe for good marriage. So commit today and every day to be vulnerable with one another and to share what's going on inside and to being open about the things that hurt you or annoy you or leave you feeling left out or taken for granted. And whatever challenges you have in your lives ahead, commit today and every day to to always searching together until you find a mutually satisfying solution, which shows your commitment to the ongoing growth of your marriage. Now, life can be unpredictable and difficult and sad and wonderful and magnificent and all those things, and complicated. But as those wonderful philosophers from Liverpool told us, the Beatles, all you need is love. And James and Grainne, you found your love in each other, so you're lucky people. And today you commit to making that love the centrepiece of your lives, the anchor of your lives. And because you're going to make that daily commitment, you can pledge yourselves to each other today with certainty and confidence. And any union of two people brings together two different lives, which may previously have run on very different paths. Your life together will be enriching and fulfilling. And no doubt it will also make demands on you both. And you'll feel encouraged by being accepted as you are and accepting your spouse as you are. And you'll each grow in inner strength to cope with whatever life throws at you. And you need to trust one another and be faithful to one another. And that lovely reading that we had, the first reading about carrying you in my heart. So you've been doing that already. You're already a well-established couple. But so what difference does your wedding make? It brings a new formality to your relationships. You come here in the presence of your family and your friends and make promises clear from now on as husband and a wife. And over the years ahead together, you will no doubt face challenges. Life, no doubt, will have its ups and downs. So may you tend your love every day, never take one another for granted, and see your love flourish all the days of your life. Now we're going to have a duet of sorts. Doug and Eileen are going to come up and read something to us.
I love you, not only for what you are, but for what I am when I'm with you.
I love you, not only for what you have made of yourself, but for what you are making of me.
I love you for the part of me that you bring out, for putting your hand into my heaped up heart and passing over all the foolish, weak things that you can't help, dimly seeing there, and for drawing out into the light all the beautiful belongings that no one else had looked quite hard enough to find.
I love you because you help me to make of the lumber of my life not a tavern but a temple, out of the works of my everyday, not a reproach but a song.
I love you because you have done more than any creed could have done to make me good, and more than any fate could have done to make me happy.
You have done it without a touch, without a word, without a sign. You have done it by being yourself. Perhaps that is what being a husband
Or wife.
means after all.
Well, here she stands, the bride-to-be. She used to play the drums and drink double D. We used to party in our house all night, and there's no doubt about it, there could have been a fight. But I'd never get too mad because she'd stick on and sip a bad. And then at 5 o'clock we'd hear, out, Maggie's mad. But she's found a good catch, and it wasn't in the tatch. I'm sure you'll agree they're a perfect match.
Brian, you didn't disappoint, and he wasn't reading that. That was brilliant. Well done. Good on you. Now Zoe is going to read the last reading.
Masons, when they start upon a building, are careful to test out the scaffolding. Make sure that planks won't slip at busy points. Secure all ladders, tighten bolted joints. And yet all this comes down when the job's done, showing off walls of sure and solid stone. So if, my dear, there sometimes seems to be old bridges breaking between you and me, never fear, we may let the scaffolds fall, confident that we have built our wall.
And so you can never go wrong with choosing Seamus Heaney. Great point. Now, we have 3 candles up there. The bride's and the groom's candles. And then the bride and groom will light their wedding candle, taking the flames from the candles lit for them by their family members.
Tell me that you want me, and I'll be yours completely. For better or for worse. I know, have I disagreed? Fighting for no reason, change it for the world. 'Cause I knew the first day that I met you, I was never gonna let you slip away. And I still remember feeling nervous, trying to find the words to get you here today. You make my heart feel like it's summer, when the rain is pouring night. You make my whole world feel so right when it's wrong. 'Cause I know you are the one. That's how I know you are the one.
Don't be shy now, we want to take a photograph.
I am prepared for what is yet to come. It's got to, hearts will make it easy, joining up the pieces, together we can.
Tommy and Margaret and Avril, a big clap to for doing that. Do you want to do your vows? It's not too late. You aren't married yet. Last call. Do you want to do your vows? Yeah. Didn't we see them say yeah? Yeah. Okay, we go ahead and do the vows. So we now come to the most important part of the ceremony, when we'll be asking Grainne and James to speak the words which, in the presence of this company, will seal their union. But before we come to the vows, I'm required to ask Grainne and James if they know of any impediment to their marriage. James, do you know of any impediment to your marriage to Grainne?
I do not know of any impediment to my marriage to Grainne.
Brilliant, you learned your line very well.
Thanks.
And Grainne, do you know of any impediment to your marriage to James?
I do not know of any impediment of my marriage to James.
Well done. So here we go then. Do you, James Findlay, take Grainne Carlin to be your wife, to share a relationship of love, tenderness and laughter, to confide in and trust above all others, to respect and stand by her in everything as an equal partner, but above all else, to love and cherish her?
I do. Sorry. Sorry.
Do you, Grainne Carlin, take James Findlay to be your husband, to share a relationship of love, tenderness and laughter, to confide in and trust above all others, to respect and stand by him in everything as an equal partner, but above all else, to love and cherish him?
I do.
I don't know how you can do that. From now on, your individuality will be matched by your mutuality, your sharing of all your joys and sorrows in life. Now, Paul, do you have the rings?
I do.
Well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. I'll get out your way. I couldn't be behind you. And you won't be shooting me. Okay, so you have the rings. Great. Now, so James, take this ring and place it on Grainne's finger and repeat after me. I, James.
I, James.
Now don't be looking at me, look at the bride.
Right.
Take you, Grainne,
Take you, Grainne,
to be my wife.
to be my wife.
And with this ring,
And with this ring,
I marry you
I marry you
and join my life to yours.
and join my life to yours. Let's start. Go on.
My hands are too warm.
Bit of butter.
It's really warm.
It fits, well done. And Grainne, take this ring and place it on James's finger and repeat after me. I, Grainne,
I, Grainne,
take you, James,
take you, James,
to be my husband,
to be my husband,
and with this ring,
and with this ring,
I marry you
I marry you,
and join my life to
and
yours.
join my life to yours.
So the circle is a symbol of the sun, the earth, and the universe. It's a symbol of wholeness and peace. And in the form of a ring, may it stand for you as a symbol of your love for one another, looking both inwards and outwards, an embrace that binds without imprisoning, and a support that reassures without restricting. And the wedding bands that Grainne and James have exchanged are confirmation of the vows that they have made. So Grainne, James, you have accepted each other. You have freely consented to join your lives. You've pledged yourselves to each other by the exchanging of rings, and in the presence of this hopefully very, 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 very noisy company, I pronounce you husband and wife. So Grainne and James, go forward in your life together with the good wishes of those who love you ringing in your ears. Go forward to a life of joy and fulfillment, of tolerance and peace, living your lives and your marriage with reason and compassion. Remember this day, those who came to wish you well, the words you've spoken, the emotions that you feel, and the rings which symbolize all the meaning of this occasion. May your love never die, rather may it deepen and increase, so that you may be forever as you are now.
I think they're all getting the confetti out.
I'm glad to be married to one another. Now listen guys, can I make a public announcement here please? This is serious, right? I know there's confetti in those bags, right? But if you use them, you won't get any dinner. I'm serious, this is genuine. So there's a little memento, but the management are begging and pleading that you please don't. You can throw them outside afterwards, is that right? Yeah, but please don't throw them here. Is that okay? Not my fault, I was just asked to give. Don't shoot the messenger. Now, so we're now going to sign the register. And so if the witnesses will come up here and join us, please. And meanwhile, Jim and Brian will entertain us with more.
Colors and promises, how to be brave, how can I love when I'm afraid to fall, but watching you stand alone, all of my doubt suddenly goes away somehow.
The newly married couple, Mr. and Mrs. Finley!